So I know it's been a while. I just started a new job and I haven't really been able to think of much outside of that job, and a lot of news and updates and such and so on are going on that it's kind of hard to me to put a pin on something that I actually want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the whole thing with Trump. I don't care enough for that. I don't want to talk about Boogie because I don't care about Boogie that much. And as much as I would love to talk about Sparking Zero, I can't, or rather, I don't know how to, considering that new updates are coming up every other hour and there's new gameplay footage every other minute. So, try as I might, I'm having a bit of a difficult time trying to find a topic that interests me currently, outside of working on some potential anime or video game reviews, but that's further down the line. But if you read the title, you already know what this is about. Yes, it's another Hoyoverse video. But this time, it's nothing involving Tectone. It's involving a boycott that the Genshin community is trying to start up and are ultimately failing at because it's very clear that they don't know how to boycott anything. Obviously, this isn't the first time the Genshin community decided that they wanted to try and voice their discomfort or dissatisfaction with something, considering that the last time it was Sumeru, and outside of the bitching and moaning phase of it, nothing else happened, outside of them harassing a VTuber or two when they didn't care enough to make some sort of statement or however that went. But now it's for a new location in the Genshin storyline, and just like with Sumeru, they're calling racism because some of the characters' skin colors aren't the shade of brown that they want them to be. And just like with Sumeru, nothing is going to happen. Instead of standing on business, the majority of the Genshin community that are trying to participate in this boycott are doing nothing more than trying to compromise with themselves to see how they can boycott and still play the game, instead of doing something that can actually be of some measure and just stop playing the game altogether. Let's be honest. We all knew that as soon as they started bitching and moaning and crying about the character designs and how their skin isn't dark enough or whatever, we all knew that it would reach this point and that it's going to fizzle out in a matter of days, and that it's not going to matter anymore. Because it seems the only time that the Hoyoverse community has any sort of conviction is when it involves someone drawing their Yuri ship character in a heterosexual situation, which is enough for them to actually gain some balls and harass somebody over nothing. Because the sight of heterosexual anything causes them to spurg out mentally and to have convulsions on the floor because Lord help a man be on the screen for more than 5 minutes. Specifically a heterosexual man being on the screen for any 5 minutes. And it then makes me wonder, how do the artists that these people harass take them seriously? You all want so bad for Hoyoverse to make this change that you so dearly want, but you aren't willing to take the steps forward to actually try and make that change happen. Granted, it's not going to, whether or not you decide to boycott anyway, because whether or not you actually play or spend money, there's always going to be at least 10 to 20 to hundreds to thousands of other people that are going to install the game, play it, and give them money. Perhaps if you took half that energy that you put into your shitty fan fictions and your shitty headcanon relationships and your shitty character AI bots, that you would maybe be able to put a dent in Hoyoverse for maybe 5 seconds. But it's very clear and obvious to everyone, whether they be in the community and they just don't care, or they're outside of the community and they're laughing at you, that you're not going to. All this is going to be is business as usual. You're going to bitch and moan for about a few days. You're going to make shitty little infographics about what you could do instead of actually doing it. And then you're going to go back to spending money on the game and tonsil boxing with Hoyoverse's dick down your throat. It surprises me at how much of a paper tiger you guys are. You guys puff your chest out so much, thinking that you're going to do this, you're going to make this change, you're going to make them change the designs of the characters, you're going to make them do this or that. But then when it comes time to show that you're going to do it, you don't, and then you just memory hole it and act like it didn't happen. I'd call it depressing, but it's not. This is going to happen again at some point. Y'all are going to call racism or whatever, and you're going to try and boycott again, and you're not going to do it. and you're just going to sit there and twiddle your thumbs and sit in your little corner and bitch and moan about how no one takes you seriously. So maybe next time, instead of bitching and moaning about some shit that no one else cares about but you, just shut up and play the game. I mean, if you want to draw the characters with different skin tones and as different races, fine, whatever, that's cool. In fact, I've seen some people actually do that, and they do a really good job. But either actually do what you say you're going to do, or just shut up and play the game like you usually are, and like you're going to. It's pure clown shoes, how you want so badly to make yourself seem like you're capable of making some sort of change in the game, and yet you won't do it. But I mean, it was a good laugh for like 5 minutes, and then it just stopped being funny. So that's enough for me. I promise this will be the last Hoyoverse anything for a while, until I decide to pick up one of the games again and make whatever content that turns out to be in the future. But that won't be for a minute, because I have other things that I want to talk about. So if you enjoyed this video, tell me what you think. I'm genuinely curious. What do y'all think of this situation? Do you think it's silly? Do you think I'm a dick? Tell me. I want to know. In any case, that's been all I have to say. I'll talk to y'all later.